Welcome to the Upside Up Podcast. On this episode,
this episode is being vlogged, right? Vlogged, that's the right terminology.
That's the right terminology. Yes. Yeah, so I just kind of wanted to talk about a song. The lyrics just really stood out to me, and I thought that it could be an interesting topic here on the show.
It said, this past summer, shirts got a lot more of interest with bold prints and camp colors. What are camp colors? Camp collars. What are camp collars? Socks are meant to be worn under your blue jeans. So I don't understand the emphasis of socks.
That was the most Garrett statement I've ever heard.
And now, here's your host, Jeremy Neas and Garrett Horn.
Good morning, good afternoon.
I liked that. Good evening, good afternoon, or good morning. Welcome to the Upside Up Podcast, my friends. My name is Jeremy Neas, and I'm joined by the loudest yeller at the TV when an Alabama football game is being played, Garrett Horn. How are you, my friend?
I agree with your assessment.
Yeah, I do too.
You witnessed it the other night.
I did. We watched the game together this weekend, and wowee.
What about when Minka intercepted that pass? What did I do?
You jumped
John
up.
Mark, too.
I know. Let me back up from the mic to say what you did.
Yeah!
That's exactly what you did. It was something. All right. Well, welcome to the 22nd episode of the show, guys. We're really excited to bring you some more entertainment. Today on the show, we're going to talk about a deeper topic, and I really don't know what else to word it, how else to name it, I guess, than that. I mean, we're just going to talk about some deep stuff.
Call it Rolling in the Deep.
Rolling in the Deep. We'll call it that. Then we'll have the Clash of the Wits, and this week Steven will not, let's see, we won't have any recording. Garrett's going to bring us Steven's joke. Justin his wife is having a baby, if she's hasn't already had him, sometime here in the coming days, so we don't really have a joke from him due to those circumstances. Then we'll talk about men's fashion, as weird as that is.
I have no comment on that.
On the men's fashion, yeah. Anyway, and then we'll talk about listener questions and a compelling contemplation. But before we begin, it's time for the Upside Up headlines. Our sincerest apologies is the first headline of the day, and that is because we said that we would do an episode a month. We did one episode, and then we skipped a month. So we're pretty terrible entertainers. But that's just due to the fact that I've been really busy. I've been on my first clinical rotation as a physical therapist assistant and simply did not have the time to do it. And when I did have the time, very seldom that I did, you're married. So
I'm married and playing softball.
Yeah, that's right.
And winning in softball for once.
Yeah, that's a change.
No thanks to Jeremy.
That's right. I'm not playing. But anyway, so we apologize for that. There's a chance we might try to fit 2 in October. But if we do not, we'll try to make it up to you some way, somehow. Over to you, Garrett.
Yeah, this episode is being vlogged. Right? Vlogged, that's the right terminology.
That's the right terminology. Yes.
It's being vlogged, and you can find it on YouTube in the coming months to 3 years.
That's right. No, probably in the coming weeks. But, I'll try to throw that together pretty soon. I imagine it'll be out pretty soon after the episode is. But, yeah, it's being vlogged.
No, really, he's going to throw it together.
Probably. Yeah, I'm going to throw audio and video files. I'm going to find a way.
That's amazing.
Yeah, put them on a USB stick. Then the last headline is the possibility of some new merchandise, if we can call it that, that might be coming out soon. That's a very vague tease, but, just, keep your interest, I suppose. That's right. All right, so with those out of the way, so I just kind of wanted to talk about a song that I sang at a singing with people at church, and it was over at Steven's house actually, and it's in the Psalms, Hymns, and Spiritual Songs songbook, and the lyrics just really stood out to me, and I thought that it could be an interesting topic here on the show. So I'm going to read those lyrics verse by verse, and we'll just kind of talk about them. This song is number 370 in the Psalms, Hymns, and Spiritual Songs songbook. And the first verse reads this way: My God, I thank you, for you have made the earth so bright, so full of splendor and of joy, beauty and light. So many glorious things are here, noble and right. So that verse is really just talking about the creative power of God and how beautiful it is. And as the seasons change here in the fall months, that's completely evident, is it not?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I absolutely love fall because of all the colors and the leaves and everything, and it's so noble and right, as it says.
I just wish it would start to feel like fall.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, it's been pretty warm here in North Alabama for October, but yeah. So that verse is beautiful in what it has to say. The second verse reads this way: I thank you more than all our joy. Let me read that again. I thank you more that all our joy is touched with pain, that shadows fall on brightest hours, that thorns remain, so that the earth's bliss may be our guide and not our chain. That's really one of the verses that really stood out to me personally. Wow. That is so accurate and something that we don't want to think about as humans. We want to think about everything being all hunky-dory and beautiful, but there really is blessing in pain.
Mm-hmm.
And so...
Well, I think that's the thing that people miss, about the scripture. I mean, there's a lot of passages about, you become stronger through suffering. This isn't directly related, but you are to rejoice when you're persecuted.
Right, sure.
And that's a form of suffering.
Yeah,
but
I completely concur. We had that conversation a while back about the passage in Ecclesiastes talking about weeping and how there's benefit to weeping, and the song goes on to talk about more of why suffering is important for us. But I don't know, that's just so beautiful that this writer is thanking God more so than thanking him for the beautiful things. He's more so thanking God that our joy is touched with pain.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it so disappointing to us? Don't we get so upset when something wonderful is going on and then it's ruined in some way, or when our plans are changed? That's a good one right there. Humans hate for their plans to be changed, especially changed for the worse. And this person has the wisdom and the insight to realize that there's great value in that, and thanking God for that. So it's really powerful to me. That shadows fall on brightest hours. I just love that verse. It's quite the challenge for me to think about. Were you going to say something?
Yeah, and I just want to say the music to this song is really adds to it. Not that the music is the most important thing, because it's not, but I think that music is really important.
Sure.
In how we feel about songs, and the whoever arranged the music for that was very talented.
Yeah,
and did a really good job.
No kidding. I may have been saying that he wrote this. I think it was actually written by a lady, and I have a date here at the bottom. It's 1884. So they were living in quite different times in society, but these things transcend society. Verse 3 reads this way: I thank you, Lord, that you have kept the best in store. We have enough, yet not too much to long for more. A yearning for a deeper peace not known before. That's quite challenging to me as well, to long for something more than what we see before us. Obviously we will look for a place where there isn't pain. And I think that's really what this song is talking about, is learning to train our minds to yearn for something that is completely different and so much better than this, and to appreciate the pain because it makes us think of heaven. So verse 4 reads this way: I thank you, Lord, that here our souls, though amply blessed, can never find, although they seek a perfect rest, nor shall ever until they lean on Jesus' breast. That is that's quite that is a great exclamation point there to the end of the song. We all had a thought there.
That's probably my favorite verse of the song.
Verse 4.
Yeah.
I really just like verse 2 personally, but if I had to choose a favorite, but it says that our souls can never find, although they seek a perfect rest. And isn't that what you see
Mhm.
everywhere
That's why I
in
like
the
it.
world? Yeah, is everybody just searching and searching for something perfect, and they completely miss it. And it's like, if I could just have money, if I could have this job, if I could marry this person, if I could have this house, if I could be famous, if I could play sports or whatever, I'd be peaceful. But then you look at the people who have everything that they always want, and they're some of the worst people to be around in life,
Mhm.
So I don't know. I think that's a really powerful song. If you have the chance to sing it or to hear it sung, it's beautiful, as Garrett was talking about, with the beautiful music that's arranged with it. And you said it right. The music's got to match it, because if it doesn't, you can completely miss the meaning. But it's a beautiful, beautiful song. And this world, we talk about suffering, and a lot of people want to say that, why does God allow us to suffer if we're if he created all of this and is in control of all of it? Why does he allow us to suffer? And that's a can of worms in and of itself, just to talk about here in just a few minutes. But really, we brought the suffering. God didn't. He had a creation that was good, and we messed it up. So anything you wanted to add, Garrett?
Well, and like we mentioned, I mean, God can use suffering to make us better Christians.
Right,
Or
sure.
even maybe, we don't know this, but I mean, just maybe something that happens to someone sees that they need God, and so it helps them turn to Him. So,
Sure.
there is, we weren't put here. Well, once man sinned, we're not here. We need salvation now. We're lost, and so that's why suffering exists.
Right,
So,
right. Yeah, I got what you mean.
Kind of had a hard way of putting that, but
No, it's all good. But yeah, we need that suffering in life to see that, as the song's saying, there's something
Mhm.
better. And I don't know, it's just a beautiful prayer in the way of a hymn to say all that. It says it so much more beautifully, more poetically than I could ever say it. So I guess we'll just let it talk for itself. But anything else you want to say on that?
yeah. On a slightly lighter note, did you know who the Rechabites were last night in Stephen's sermon?
Yeah, so Stephen talked about the Rechabites, and
We're not going to tell you who they are. You have to look it up.
that's right. In Jeremiah 35, he talks about them.
You just told him where it was.
I told him where it was. I didn't tell him who they are.
Oh, well, I was going to make him look.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, yeah. I'll tell you what. If you have some time, go onto the Pepper Road website and just listen to the past, past month of Stephen's preaching. Wow. I mean, he's just a man, but he is talked about some serious wisdom there in the pulpit, and it's been very beneficial for me to hear. I was telling who was I saying this to? Maybe it was Emma Russell, his daughter, that every time he gets up and preaches, I think of another topic off of what he's talking about for the podcast. I was like, we could talk about that. And well, he just said everything and said it so much better than I could. So
you did know who they were, though?
I had heard it before, and maybe it was him that said it, but I don't know if I had. I don't know if I did. No.
I had actually. It was funny. I had actually heard a very similar lesson from Bob Waldron at Eastside.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was in a class or if he taught from the pulpit, but like it was the same premise and everything. And he's like, and he mentioned that he heard it from Bob Waldron.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, good stuff there. If you don't know who Bob Waldron is, you need to know.
you need to figure it out.
Yeah, you need to find out. Amazing person. We just had 2 mic inadvertent hits on both of us. That was impressive. All right, so the Clash of the Wits this week. You're going to be reading off the joke, but first let's hit that music. All right, so go ahead with Stephen's joke there. Before you do, I just remembered we're tied 7-7 here in the competition that we've been having in our clash here. Justin tied it up last week. And there you go. Didn't even have a joke from Justin, and I still mixed up their names. Tell me how that's possible. All right, go ahead.
I was talking to a farmer the other day about how much he loves John Deere equipment. He says they make great equipment, but he was a little frustrated about the manure spreader he had just bought. He said he found out it was the only piece of equipment they wouldn't stand behind.
That is horrible.
Oh man.
I feel sorry for Justin because that was an easy win. That was so corny. Wow. All right. Well, thanks, Stephen, for
Steven sent me this joke, and I didn't know it was coming.
Yeah.
And then he sent another message that said, "That's the joke, by the way." Like he would just randomly text me that.
That is so funny.
It'd be funny if I'd be like, "Oh, okay, thanks." Before you,
Yeah, that is so funny. Oh, that Steven's got quite the sense of humor. All right, so again, we're tied 7-7. Thank you, Steven, for taking the time to text that to Garrett, and thank you for reading that, Garrett. All right.
Oh, you're welcome. No problem, man.
All right. Well, I appreciate it so much. So we're going to talk about men's fashion. Let me give you a quick backstory here. I was trying to come up with a second topic for the show. As you might know, or have figured out, we kind of have a deeper topic and then a lighthearted topic each episode for the two major segments. That's kind of how the show's evolved. And I came up with a deep topic pretty easily. Just living life, these things pop into my head. And I was like, okay, so what's something fun and lighthearted we can come up with? What's something really creative we can come up with? And I couldn't come up with anything. I really couldn't. And I was looking through topics I had written down on my phone for the podcast and couldn't find anything. So I went up to Katie after church last night and I was like, so I need a topic for the show. And she was bouncing some ideas off of me and she said, what about men's fashion? That could be funny. I was like, okay. So that's what we're doing.
I have very little to add here.
Yeah, that's right. Garrett, to say the least, he is not a fashion buff in any way, and I appreciate.
But
that.
I look good anyway.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
There you
I'm
go.
fully kidding.
Because Amber picks out your clothes.
No, sometimes.
No, we have a joke at church. When I see Garrett wearing a tie, I ask him if he's doing the Lord's Supper or leading singing, and 90% of the time I'm right.
But last time you were not right.
Last time I wasn't.
Own it.
I was not right last time. Are you happy?
Yes.
All right. So, but I don't know. I don't really know why, but I've always enjoyed trying to look fashionable and trying new things in my fashion. I hate saying that word. It sounds so
You don't
feminine.
sound very manly right now.
I know it. But I kind of wear crazy socks, and I've worn a lot of the things that I'm gonna mention here and ask Garrett if he's worn, haven't worn, or would wear. But before we get into that, I want to make fun of a website here. I was preparing for the show last night when I got home from church, and I just went on Google and I did like men's fashion, and one of the things that popped up was men's fashion for fall 17 or something like that.
Oh my.
So I was like, this is gold. So I'm not gonna say the website's name, but it's like 10 things you need to know about fall 17 men's fashion, something like that. Oh, here it is. The 10 menswear trends you need to know for fall 2017.
My manliness is taking a hit right now.
And the number one thing is quilted jackets.
I don't know what that is.
I'll show you a picture. This is a quilted jacket.
Oh, that's not too bad.
No, it's not too bad, but it
sounds
sounds
bad.
terrible. It sounds awful. Not to be outdone, fur and shearling collars.
Mm-mm.
Fur collars on a jacket.
Won't catch me in that.
Yeah.
Nope. Oh, man.
The next one, he's looking ahead. Graphic knitwear. So, like a sweater with graphics on it. And the one that they show, it says loved, loved, love all over it. Oh, dear, it's hilarious. Wool loved sweater, $980 by Gucci.
Gucci.
Wider leg trousers. What?
What are those?
It's just instead of the tighter pants, you got wider legs. I guess I have these.
I have wide legs.
I think it means at the bottom, but I don't know. More adventurous suiting, and this is something I saw all over the place. It's trendy now to wear different color suits.
Now y'all can't see the pictures, but The person in this picture is pretty much the least manliest person I've ever seen in my life. I mean, he's got a hand on the hip.
Yeah, I know.
And he's wearing
He's wearing like Converse or something without
his
socks.
pants are too short, and he has no socks on. And this is a website about style. Oh, and that suit he's wearing that's probably that probably costs about $30 to make is $1,895. I mean, what is this?
By Burberry.com. That is so funny.
I can't get over he's not wearing socks. I mean, it's fall. He's going to get cold.
Katie, you picked a good topic. This is hilarious. Statements on T-shirts, apparently. There's always been statement clothing, but this fall you're going to see a lot of statements on clothing. Ooh.
Oh, because of anti-Trump, I'm sure.
Yeah, there you go. $72 T-shirt from UnionLosAngeles.com.
What does this mean? Choose. You can't see the shirt, but it's got a.
Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea what that thing's trying to advocate.
Well,
the next one, oversized proportions. This is straight out of Justin Bieber. It's a humongous sweatshirt that looks like a dress.
Hey, that's got a dragon on it. That's pretty cool. Is that a dragon, right?
It could be a reindeer with a nose ring.
Yeah.
And then it's got a white and blue square.
All yours for only $775.
That's right, by J.W. Anderson. Farfetch.com. The next one is turtleneck sweaters. Because what?
Hey, I like turtlenecks now. I can wear a turtleneck.
That is hilarious. I hate turtlenecks.
They're nice and warm.
I hate them. First of all, I think that they're pretty ugly. Second of all, I hate them.
Well, you're not up to date on your fall fashion trend. It says right here that you need to wear turtlenecks this fall.
And then 80s and 90s nostalgia. I mean, who doesn't like that?
Tommy Hilfiger making a comeback.
That's right. And then silk shirts. And you should see this. Wow. You should see the T-shirt. I mean, the shirt on this. It looks like a pajama shirt style.
It's
but
from
it's
Hawaii.
But it's got a Hawaiian.
Oh, it's only $995.
Wow. Anyway, so
I wouldn't pay $5 for this shirt. You probably couldn't pay me to take this shirt.
I mean, you could pay me for me to take it, but I would never wear it. You could.
How would you wear this in the fall? I mean, it'd be cold.
I don't know. Maybe if you're in Los Angeles.
It said this past summer, shirts got a lot more adventurous with bold prints and camp colors. What are camp colors? Camp collars. What are camp collars?
I have no idea.
Oh.
Let's get our intern to look that up. What's a camp collar, Caleb?
Intern Caleb.
He's gonna look it up, but
he's an intern because we can't pay him.
Expect that trend to continue into the fall with silk shirts. They'll be especially useful when you're looking for ways to liven up your tailoring. What are you talking about? Who has money to do these things? That's a $995 shirt.
It's a $995 piece of junk.
It sure is. You put a name beside it and it'll do anything. A camp collar. Let's see. Not long ago, camp collars were the butt of the joke, reserved for bowling shirts and aloha prints, rather than the streets for whatever this is. This is just a bunch of junk. But it's kind of the shirts with the where there's not a top button on the with like a button up. There's not a top button and it just lays flat. That's what it is. Anyway, so that was hilarious.
So what would I buy of this if I had all the money in the world? None.
If I would buy the 80s, 90s nostalgia. I mean, that's not ugly. It's dated, but it just looks like I shopped at Goodwill.
Yeah, maybe the Tommy Hilfiger. That's the cheapest thing on here. It's only $150 for an out of style jacket. I mean, you can beat that.
You'd wear the turtleneck sweater.
I would, but I wouldn't pay $250 for it.
Well, I'm not.
It's just green. It's just a green shirt that has a little bit longer neck to it.
I know. It's hilarious.
Is Dundee a good brand? You're the expert on brands. Is Dundee a good brand?
I don't know that brand. I have no idea. I know Gucci.
Yeah, Gucci's the rapper, right? He's a rapper.
Yeah, there is a rapper
Gucci
named
Mane.
Gucci. I know he's named Gucci.
I don't listen to rap, by the way. I just happen to know that. So
okay, all right.
No confusion there.
Yeah, I'd probably wear the quilted jacket, but I wouldn't pay $168 for it. It's by Calvin Klein, so of course you're gonna have to pay an arm and a leg.
What about
for it.
J.W. Anderson? They have the dragon sweater and the random patches. It looks like the shirt got ripped and then they just patched it up. Oh, look, we
Whatever
got
they
some
could find.
fabric over here.
whatever they could find. So if you want to see these things that we're talking about, you can search on Google the 10 menswear trends you need to know for fall, and it should come up. I'm not gonna trash the website, but you can go and look at that on your own
I
time.
want to know what they're protesting in this T-shirt. It says "choose."
I kind of do too, but surely it's not choose life, right? Surely not.
Man, that'd be good. I'd buy that shirt.
Yeah, but surely not, All right, not in today's society. So I thought that website was funny, and I thought I'd show it to you. All right, so we're going to play a game. Tell me if you have worn these items,
Okay.
haven't, and if you haven't worn it, would you wear it? Okay.
What if I don't know what it is?
What if you don't know what it is? I'll describe it to you.
Okay.
All right, so the first one is a cufflink. Have you ever worn a cufflink?
No.
I haven't either. Would you wear one?
What would be the occasion?
If
If I'm going on TV,
you're going on TV,
I would wear it on TV.
Would you? You get your eyes lit up. I'd wear it on TV. Would you wear it to like a wedding?
Well, I was in a wedding, my own wedding, and I did not wear them.
But would you?
If the groomsman asked me to, I mean, if the groom asked me to, I'd be like, "Are you paying for them?
Yeah.
I'm only gonna wear these one time."
Yeah, that's right. You have to have a special shirt for him. That's what frustrates me so much. You have to have a shirt that you can wear cufflinks with, or maybe you can buy the things that go over.
Didn't
I don't know.
Rashad Carswell have Batman cufflinks?
Yeah,
I'd wear those.
you'd wear Spider-Man ones.
I'd wear
all day-
Spider-Man.
all
I'd
day
wear
long.
Batman ones too.
Yeah.
but I prefer Spider-Man.
I don't.
ones.
I've never worn cufflinks. That's one of the few items on here I haven't worn. Cardigan. You know what a cardigan is?
Yes, I've never worn a cardigan. No, I would not wear a cardigan.
I have
Multiple
currently. I have
cardigans.
at least 3. I may have 4.
What makes you like cardigan so much?
I don't. I just think that they look nice. It's just a sweater. I mean, it's just a sweater with buttons. I don't understand why it's
You
so.
think it's manly?
I don't think it's not manly. I think it's an article of clothing.
No, I don't think it's not manly. I just not really my style.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I think that they're super warm, and it's like wearing It's kind of like wearing a sweatshirt, but for a fancier occasion. I don't know. The buttons just make me happy. All right. Would you wear a bow tie, or have you worn a bow
Yeah,
tie?
I wore a bow tie at my wedding.
Was it a tied bow tie?
It was
Pre-tied. Pre-tied. Would you wear one again?
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna have to teach you
Bow
how to.
ties are classy.
They are classy. You need to learn how to tie one. That's really cool.
Nah.
Yeah, it is. All right. What about a knit tie? You know what a knit
Nope.
tie is?
Yes, but I've never worn one.
Would you wear one? I could see you in a knit tie, quite honestly.
I guess if the occasion called for it.
Would you wear one? Would you wear one to church on a Sunday that you're not doing something?
I'm not anti knit ties. Okay.
Okay. All right. Good enough. Crazy socks.
No,
You have not worn them, or you wouldn't wear them.
not that I know of.
You haven't worn them. Would you wear them?
Again, socks are meant to be worn under your blue jeans. So I don't understand the emphasis of socks.
That was the most Garrett statement I've ever heard. They're supposed to be worn under your blue jeans.
I just don't get the point. Maybe if you're at home with your wife or something, you're like, I'm wearing funny socks. Or something like that.
Okay, so I know what Amber can look forward to. All right. Have you ever worn a scarf for like
No.
you haven't worn a scarf at all? Like maybe to go play out in the snow. I'm talking about like just around town.
No.
Would you wear one?
I don't think so.
I have 2
It's
scarves.
an unnecessary accessory that doesn't really do much.
That's fair enough, but I like them. I just think they're stylish. I don't know. I've worn them. You can judge me. That's fine. Have you ever worn suspenders?
And my wedding, yes.
Any other time?
Um,
Moms like to put suspenders on boys. Have you noticed that? I don't really know why
think-
that is.
I don't remember if I wore them in another wedding I was in or not. I've probably worn them another time. Suspenders aren't. I don't wear them as a fashion statement. They just hold up my pants over my jacket
Right.
instead of a belt.
Instead of a belt. That's the key. Instead of a belt.
What if I wore suspenders and a belt? Would
Oh.
that confuse you?
It would
You'd be like, what? What?
No, I wouldn't be quite like that, but I would say something along the lines of, is there something I need to know about, or is there a pantsing guy going through the street? It's just, you're really concerned about it. No, but I like suspenders. I have a pair. But my issue, I'm just going to get real vulnerable right now. My issue with suspenders. And why I don't wear them often is because I have an itty bitty waist and really long legs, and I can't find pants that fit in my waist, and so I have to. So they would literally be holding my pants up, and that's a risk I'm not willing to take. So there you go.
Okay.
I have very few pants that actually fit
You gotta
my
tighten
waist.
that belt on up.
I do, cinch it tight. You know what I'm saying? All right, a cowboy belt. Have you worn a cowboy belt? I'm talking one with a buckle.
No.
Would you wear one?
I'm not anti-cowboy belts, but I can't think of an occasion where I would ever wear one intentionally.
What if you?
You've
went
worn a cowboy belt?
I have not.
Okay.
Worn a cowboy
I
belt.
was like, I can't see you wearing a cowboy belt.
My dad has one.
Oh, I can't see that either.
I couldn't either, and then I saw it.
Yeah.
No, actually he looks pretty good in a cowboy. I was surprised.
Does he
but,
wear a cowboy hat?
Does he have a hat? He does have a hat.
Does he have a horse?
Apparently Caleb says he has a hat. I don't remember him having a hat. Maybe I don't know, maybe he does. He doesn't have a horse, but I know he has cowboy boots and he loves those. He wears them to Sunday almost every day.
He is a cowboy.
He's a cowboy at heart.
You should have been a cowboy.
I should have been a cowboy. All right, cowboy boots. Have you ever worn them?
I think when I was a kid, I wore
Yeah,
them.
that's another thing moms like to put on children. Moms like to put suspenders and cowboy boots on children. Why? Or on their little boys. Why? I don't know. Maybe it's just easy.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is.
Well, little boys like being a cowboy. They probably don't like suspenders, but they like cowboys.
Yeah, fair enough.
I like cowboys.
I didn't put this one on here, but overalls?
Oh, yeah. I wore overalls growing up.
That's another thing when moms like to put on
I
their
liked
boys.
my overalls. I wouldn't wear them now, but I liked my overalls now.
I hated overalls. There may have been
They're
a
so
time that I liked
comfortable.
them when I was little, but
John Bark likes them.
he loves them. I do not like. I don't like them at all. I feel like I'm one piece, and I can't. I can't. I don't know. I just feel trapped.
All right.
I feel trapped. That's what it is.
I feel trapped.
I'm trapped, mommy. Would you wear a fedora?
No.
I know you haven't worn a fedora. There's no question here, but you wouldn't wear one.
No.
I haven't worn a fedora either. Those are just some that popped into my head. Do you have any other men's fashionable things that you can think of?
Nope.
Yeah, I can't think of any. Those are just some that I just typed up, and I was like, yeah, here we go. You ever worn tie clip?
Yes.
I'm a tie clip guy.
Yes.
I like tie clips.
You are.
Anyway, so that was a fun topic. I thought that was funny. Thank you, Katie, for suggesting that, and thanks, Jeremy, for getting it together.
You rock, Katie. You rock.
That's right. All right, so let's hit up these listener questions. Gable Duke, he asked this. Oh dear. This was last episode. Excuse me. I forgot to replace his, and it says this one's for Amber. What do you think of Garrett's fish tank?
She loves it.
Yeah, we already answered that question, but Gable Duke did give us a question in audio form this time.
What has it got in its nasty little pockets?
That was way too realistic.
Yes, it was. It was really good. So I'll just take you behind the scenes here. We just had technical difficulty. Garrett gave me some absolute gold, audio gold there, and what did you say?
You were confused as to whether or not what Gable was talking about. You're like, oh, I think it's the ring. I was
Yeah.
like, he's asking what you've got in your pocket, not what is in his pocket.
But you said in his pockets.
And I said he's asking about what's in his filthy little pocketses.
I hate that we lost that audio, but anyway, that was
Oh,
really
you just had to be here.
yeah, I guess so. Anyway, so I don't have anything in my pockets right now. But usually when I go out of the house, I will have my keys in my right pocket, phone in my left pocket, and I will have my wallet in my back right pocket.
Very organized.
Yeah, every time. Same organization. What do you have in yours?
Got wallet and candy wrappers.
Okay.
Amber always gets mad at me because I forget to take the candy wrappers out of my pocket when she's doing laundry.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because there's candy at work and
Oh.
it's too hard to throw it in the trash can.
That's true. That's true. When you got pockets, it's hard to
That's
throw
what
them.
they're for.
That's right. Candy wrappers. No, do you have any organization when you take your keys and your wallet and everything?
I don't normally put them in my pocket. My wallet's always in my back normally in my back right pocket, but my phone's too big to put in my pocket comfortably, and my keys are on a lanyard.
Yep.
So
Speaking of lanyard, Gable loves lanyards.
Gable
Weird topic there.
lanyard.
Anyway, so that was a good one. Thanks, Gable, for that one. Fantastic impression there, as always. Samuel Hester asked, if you were in court, which Disney character would you want to be your lawyer? That's a good question from Samuel. That's a good one. I think he said maybe Flynn Rider, because you can get out of a lot with Flynn. But that's a good answer, quite honestly.
The genie.
The genie. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a real good one.
Because he's funny.
You're right. I was thinking Baymax would probably be horrible because he just say it like it is.
He could bust you out of there.
He could. Let me think here. I might go with trying to think of Disney
Mickey
movie.
Mouse.
That's a pretty classic one. That's hard to go wrong with. Pete's hard to go wrong with, I think.
Pete.
I think Pete would make a good lawyer.
He'd be mean.
Yeah, it's true.
He'd be corrupt.
Yeah, but you get off. No, just kidding. Ooh, I keep coming back to Flynn Rider. That's a real good one. Maybe Timon and Pumbaa. I like that.
Why?
Because they're funny.
Because they're funny.
Because you're funny, guys. No, but Pumbaa would be good at. Which one's?
Timon's a meerkat.
I'm sorry. Timon would. He's a good negotiator. I think that Timon would be good.
Genie would just be like, snap his fingers, get me out of there.
Yeah, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. All right. The next question comes from Connor Roth. It says, have you ever been on a really boring family trip? If so, where'd you go? That's an interesting question from Connor. A really boring family trip. Blah, 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 blah. I've been on some, like there was one time when we were going camping or something and my parents wanted to stop at random historical markers on the way or something. And we stopped in like this old house and we walked through it and I was like, okay. That was
Did
pretty
you
boring.
literally do that?
The whole time. The whole thing.
Okay.
Every room in the house.
That wouldn't have been boring.
If I were with you, wouldn't have been boring. With my family, it's boring. No, so that's one that pops into my
I
head.
can't really think of one where I was just like, oh, this is boring. We've had some that really kind of didn't work out. Like we went up to the mountains one time to camp,
Mm-hmm.
and it just rained the
Yeah.
entire time.
Yeah, we've had.
And we were
we've had
filthy.
those. Yeah, those.
So we
are
went down to the
miserable.
hotel.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
When you walked into the hotel, you're like, okay.
Okay.
That's right.
Now we're cooking.
All right. Matthew asks, Iron Man or Captain America?
Captain America.
I'm going Captain America.
You don't know anything about him. I'm just kidding.
Well, I remember from the 90s Spider-Man animated series that he was pretty legit. Oh, you hit the mic again?
I hit the mic. Sorry, Mike. I mean, Steve, the mic.
Steve the mic.
It's an inside joke.
That's what he named the mic. This is just off the rails. Will Harris asked us on Facebook, what do you think makes a good hymn? And, we've kind of touched on that today, but honestly.
What about a good her? Now, we got to be equal here.
Okay, Garrett. What makes a good hymn is if there's a bass lead. No, I'm just kidding.
You got to have that bass lead, a high tenor part.
Yeah, right, and an alto echo there in there. No, I think kind of like the hymn we talked about earlier. If you got words that are powerful and music that goes with those words and complements it, music that complements and allows you to really appreciate the words that are being spoken. That's what makes a good hymn. What makes a good song that people like to sing, that has to do with music, but that's not what we're there to do. So
Yeah.
That's what I'd say make a good
I don't have
hymn.
anything to add to that. I mean, you
hit the nail on the
hit
head.
the nail on the head.
All right. Seth Rigsby asked, Toyota or Honda? If you had to choose one, which do you want?
Both are good quality family vehicles. I mean,
They sure are.
Really. My mom's family drives a lot of Toyotas,
My family does too.
but they like Honda too.
They don't have anything against
Well,
Honda.
I don't know.
Honda makes a great engine. Toyota, I feel like, makes a great overall experience, but they have a lot of recall problems. You know, they've
Toyota?
been in the news for that for years upon years. But I don't know. My family's had Toyotas, so that's what I grew up with.
Yeah.
Arden Collins asks, "Can you talk in a British accent?" Garrett, putting you on the spot. I can't. I'm horrible at it. I'm horrible at talking in a Southern Alabama accent.
Mate? Oh, wait, that's Australian.
That's Australian.
Nope, I can't.
Apparently not.
Can't even get it right.
Let's see. What's British? Oh, dear. No, I can't.
Arden, can you talk in a British accent?
That's right. We'll have to have her call the episode. Call the episode. Call the show next
Call
time.
on in. We won't be here.
That's right. Call my phone. I'll hang up on you. All right. So those are all the questions. We really appreciate those. Arden, I'm sorry to disappoint, but neither one of us can really do a British accent. I'm surprised you can't do a British accent, Garrett.
I can't.
I
don't
can't.
even- I don't even know any British words.
They talk in English. You just have a
No
certain
way.
dialect.
No.
Yeah, I know. They're from England.
What about French people?
They talk in French fries. That was a horrible joke.
That was
Not even worthy of
cut
saying
the
that.
episode.
That was awful. All right, compelling contemplation for the episode. I don't know how else to say this, buddy, but this is something I've thought about many, many times, and it is that I hate car washes.
What?
I hate them. The ones where you pay, and the big spinning sponge comes at you,
I
and
love
there's I mean, it's cool with the colors and everything, but those things are straight terrifying. There is a metal object coming towards you, and if something were to go wrong, I mean, it could like crash through your windshield.
I'm not following you on this one.
You're not following me on that?
No. I love car washes.
They make me nervous every time. I get filled with anxiety when I'm in them, because I think it's because I'm in my car, but I have absolutely no control over
All you
the
have
car.
to do is open the door. You just get wet and roll out, and then everybody's like, "Why did you jump out of your car?"
Oh, is that all? All you do is get out of your car and you get wet, and then people ridicule you.
Yeah.
But no, the 5-minute car wash or whatever here beside Chick-fil-A here in Athens.
I go to that one all the time.
They do great. They do great work, and I really appreciate them letting
Your
me stay
armpits
there.
come out all sweaty when you get out.
No, it's not that much anxiety. I just don't enjoy the process of going through there. Just personally.
I love car washes.
How can you love that? You have no control. You can't see where you're going.
Your
If
life
you-
is not in danger.
What it could be if
What?
one of those things crashed out. What if it's
Your life could
rusted?
be in danger if a semi truck flies into your lane and crushes you, but I don't have anxiety driving down the road.
That is completely against the point. I'm just kidding. No, it's a bad point. No, but I just don't. I don't enjoy them. I truly don't.
Okay.
And that was my compelling contemplation.
That was
if you're on
compelling.
my side, like hit us up or something.
No one's going to be on your side. Everyone likes car washes.
That is not true.
Yeah, it is true.
No.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
No, it's not. All right. So, do you have anything else to add to the episode?
No.
Okay, so we're gonna end it right now. So check out the vlog. We'll add some more content to the YouTube channel here. When we can. But I thought it'd be fun to do a vlog, and people seem to show interest in it. So check that out on YouTube. It will be coming out soon. Hey guys, how you doing? I'm waving at the camera, but we want to thank Katie for her excellent work writing and playing our music on the show, and thank you for helping me pick out a topic. It was pretty funny, I thought. So you do a fantastic job for the show, and we really appreciate it. We want to thank our friend Kevin for helping us record the songs. We want to thank Justin and Steven for providing us with jokes each episode. That is something that I type that's at the bottom of every episode. Justin, you didn't help us out this week. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
We want to thank our team for their hard, selfless work and expertise, and that would be our head producer and editor, Caleb, head graphic designer, Corbin, assistant producer, Joshua, and our voiceover artist, Justin. And, Gabe contributes, so I'll give him a quick shout-out as well.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he
contribute.
Yes, he does.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
I personally want to thank you, Garrett, for doing this
You're
with
welcome.
me. And again, we apologize that we've been on a hiatus here. It wasn't
Nice work.
intentional, but thanks. Hiatus.
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 I'm gonna name my kid Atus, so I can go hiatus. All right, so episode 22 is in the books, and let's live this week and the coming month with Christ in our hearts and Him in our minds, and to truly be the example that we should be. Stay upside up in this upside down world, and we'll talk at you next month. Take care, good people.
Thanks for listening. Leave a comment on iTunes, subscribe on YouTube, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter.
Pausing the audio. Take your hands off the cords if you could, because it's feedback.
Hey.
You hear that?
Hey.
That keeps happening.
No.
Okay.
Ooh.
You sound like a whale. If whales beatboxed.
My big boss's name is Mike Lee.
Mike Lee?
Yeah.
Like Stan Lee, but with a mic?
Yeah, exactly.
What if Stan Lee had a mic?
Huh?
I don't know. I thought it was profound. And then I said it. And I was like, yeah, that was
Maybe
profound.
one of the dumbest things you've ever said.
Yep.
Can I go swimming in your fish tank?